Hi guys, I hope you're all well. It's Susie here from Esoteric Trading Solutions. Please be kind to yourself, please be kind to your family and friends, be kind to your animals, your potty cats, your dogs, and please be kind to just people generally in the world to make this place a better world. I've got to make this quick today because I work part-time with a friend of mine and I've got to go there in about an hour, in half an hour, so I want to make this fast. But I did get into my work today with my clients, and my clients are talking about this this blog from Galgitron. Now, I don't know who this fellow is, and I don't know what his background is, but I just want to make some comments because everyone's talking about slippage, and honestly, I don't think this guy or girl knows too much, seriously, and it makes me cross when someone thinks that they have a big knowledge of markets. And, you know, I just want to go through the article because I haven't even read it properly yet, but I just wanted to go through it. It's fairly long, and it talks about xRapid and it talks about xCurrent, and I just want to make sure that this guy's or girl is saying the right thing here because I suspect that it's not the case. So it goes about xRapid and how it works and all that sort of stuff. Let me just have a look. So I've got to say, just the tone of this article is starting to piss me off already. Obviously, he's clearly an XRP hater, or she's clearly an XRP hater, because it goes, you know, pretty exciting week, out of nowhere, a massive doubling of almost triple at some point of the price, hooray. Showing some nuts after months of depressing, heart-wrenching, catastrophic, hanging from the rafts bullshit. So, I mean, just the whole tone of this article is really annoying me already, I have to say. What does it mean? And then he says xRapid, right? And then he's saying PNC, you know, they're using Ripple. It's because you're wearing your lucky sock. I mean, just the whole tone of this thing is really annoying me. Okay, so let's get into what this person particularly says about this. Updating his blog, yeah, great. I love it when people, you know, think that they really know a lot about markets and they tell people like you guys out there the wrong thing. You've been hearing a lot about Ripple's product, xRapid. It is a fabulous product, and clearly this guy or girl doesn't understand this product, full stop. There's for certain is all speculative and not any real world usage of xRapid. You got to be kidding. That's completely incorrect. This guy has no idea or girl about financial markets and how financial market systems work. xRapid still hasn't been released to the public. That's correct. It will be released very soon, but banks and corporates and the like have been testing xRapid since 2015. Okay, I worked for Commonwealth Bank, and Commonwealth Bank have been testing xRapid since 2015. Commonwealth Bank internally use xRapid, between their internal operations, which some are overseas. They have been using xRapid and XRP, okay, internally. And I know that 100%, hand on heart. There are reliable ways to sim speculation from xRapid's utility volume. I explain all below, but first let's open up xRapid a bit so we can better understand it. Well, you better, because seriously, the tone of your article, Ms. or Mr. Galgitron, I'm already pissed off, and whoever's writing this, I'm going to say it, I think you're an absolute dickhead already, because, you know, just the tone, you're putting all this stuff out there that's not correct, and I want to know who you are and I want to know your background, because honestly, it just really, you know, at least write something that is balanced and viewpoint rather than so toxic and so emotive. It just annoys me, man, or girl, whatever, just annoys me. Okay, so let's go into this. xCurrent and other financial, you know, I have to say, xCurrent and xRapid are for everyone. It's not banking. It's not just a banking system. It's for the world. It's for you and me. Everyone cannot settle cash instantly. Everyone in this world cannot settle cash instantly. Domestically, when was the time you got your money from your wages and it came into your bank account straight away, and then you paid it out to someone else and they didn't get their money for 3 or 4 days? Anyway, so it goes, banks quickly, cheaply settle pre-allocated funds. Similar to, but perfectly replaces the function of Swift. Well, he obviously doesn't know about the function. She doesn't anyway, Swift. Okay, let's go into xRapid. So send money from one country to another. XRP between, you don't have to have, you can have XRP or two forms of currency or not, right? Cheaply, that's pre-allocated funds. It's not just that, but anyway, yeah, we'll go into that. So how does it work? So he goes into that, or she. Yep. Okay, so here we go, going through. It says, he's wrong about that. Now, or she's wrong about that. Michael Arrington, who runs a very large hedge fund, Michael Arrington basically did a payment for $50 million, and it cost him 30 cents. Okay, and he does use xRapid, and he does use XRP, and it cost him 30 cents. Okay, and that was disclosed publicly, and that wasn't very long ago. Okay, so there are stats on it. There are stats on what it's costing. Corlex has actually told people the stats, and they're a lot cheaper. Okay, incredibly cheaper. That's not true. The cost of, the size of the deal it's minuscule. So for example, if you use Ripple, you use xCurrent, or you use xRapid, if you're doing $1 million, it might cost you 10 cents. If you're doing $50 million, it might cost you 30 cents. If you're doing $100 million, it might cost you, if you're lucky, 80 cents. I mean, seriously, we are talking absolutely nothing in terms of costs compared to other banking and other settlement systems. Even if you use your credit card, you're paying 500 basis points. When we're talking about xCurrent and xRapid, you're talking about costs 400th of a basis point. This is erroneous. The cost more expensive as the size of the transfer increases before more. I mean, it's true, but the thing is, what I'm saying is the cost is so small, it is a joke compared to other settlement systems of cash. So, for example, if you tried to transfer $1 billion of currency using xCurrent or xRapid, say xRapid, $1 billion of currency, right? Let's put this in perspective. It might cost you, using the Ripple systems, $2. But if you did it with the Ripple, with the Swift system, see, I'm so flabbergasted, I can't even speak properly. If you did it with the Swift systems or the banking systems, you're going to, honestly, it's going to cost you anything, I would say, from $50,000 to $60,000, something like that. We've got to put this in perspective. And this is so incorrect what this person's saying. Now, this is it here. These costs get more expensive as the size of the transfer increases, because the more money involved, the more slippage on the exchanges. Now, with xRapid, right, there is a settlement delay in cash flow of 1 to 3 seconds. 1 to 3 seconds. If you know xRapid the way I do, Ripple take on, if you want to call it, that slippage. Okay, Ripple take on the slippage. Now, what does slippage mean? Slippage is in all markets, every market. Okay, it's in the foreign currency market, it's in the cash markets, it's in the bond market, it's in the equity market, it's in all markets, any market, financial market we talk about. It happens in fast moving price markets. What I mean by that is, when the Dow is going down like 1,000 points, if you don't have a guaranteed stop loss in place for your order, a guaranteed stop loss, you will not get filled in a fast moving market, okay? Because what happens sometimes, if it's not a guaranteed stop loss, even if you have a stop loss, you won't get filled, because it'll go straight through it and go straight down to the floor before because what will happen is the equity market opens, it closes, and then it opens already 400 points down. You see what I'm saying? In the foreign currency market, you need a guaranteed stop loss, and you'll pay more money for that. So when, the Swissy basically, debunked, or, stopped its peg against the euro, the Swissy went through the roof, right? And people that didn't have guaranteed stop losses against the Swift, got stung because they had stop losses in place, but it went through those stop losses and you didn't get dealt. So you lost a shitload of money, right? Now, you need guaranteed stop losses, which you pay money for. With Ripple, the system, they've already said any price change within XRP, right, itself, they pick up the slippage. Now, this is where this person is being totally erroneous, right? On the exchanges will have price differences, right? Ripple will not pick that up, just like anyone else won't pick that up. Swift will not pick up those price changes. That is ridiculous. You know, Swift is a settlement system. Do you think if the foreign currency market moves so fast that Swift are going to pick up those price changes? No, of course they're not. Price slippage is to do with the way a price moves on the exchange because of volume and demand. That has nothing to do with the settlement system of Swift and Ripple. But what Ripple say with xRapid is when we're processing XRP within xRapid and there's a 3-second processing delay, 3 seconds, we take on that price risk. Price risk within XRP system and the price risk of slippage are two different things. And this person is making such an erroneous statement here. It makes me wild. It just makes me wild. And that's why I started doing YouTubes in the first place, because of the crap that I read, you know, a year and a half ago, telling people like you guys out there incorrect stuff. And this is really, really incorrect. You know, slippage is, you know, again, price risk on the exchanges for all the asset classes, which has nothing to do with the settlement systems of Swift, you know, Exigo, which is in Melbourne, you know, Australia, the Exigo system, or Ripple settlement system of Xcurrent and xRapid. You know, again, as I said, FX, for example, you know, FX trades in a different market to the cryptocurrency market. Foreign exchange has to be hedged out. So even if, you know, you're using XRP, you've got to obviously offset your foreign currency, which is another market. And slippage has to do with that market in terms of guaranteed buy limits, guaranteed sell limits, or guaranteed stop limits. To avoid the slippage, if you have stop limits or a buy limit, you know, or a sold limit, and the market moves down fast and it moves down so quickly and goes through all those price levels, you will not be guaranteed your own price. And that is completely different to the settlement system of XRP. And that statement alone is just totally erroneous. The costs get more expensive as the size of the transfer increases because there's more money involved, the more slippage on the exchanges. Again, the costs in xCurrent and xRapid, you know, when we're talking about $50 million, we're talking about a cost of 30 cents US. If we compared that to Swift, the cost would be astronomical. At least 5% and above for $50 million, right? This is erroneous because, yes, the cost does increase if you use xCurrent or xRapid, but we're talking about a cost here, you know, of 10 cents. You know, I do 3 million and it's going to cost me 10 cents. I do 5 million, it's going to cost me 12 cents. I do 50 million and it's going to cost me 30 cents. You know, I do 100 million, it's going to cost me 60 cents. You know what I'm saying? I do a billion and it's going to cost me, you know, 60 cents by 10. if I use Swift and I do $1 billion worth of transactions, trying to do what Ripple does with foreign currency, how much money do you think that's going to cost me? I can tell you already it's going to cost me at least 5% and more, because it's not going to settle within 3 seconds. And then I'm exposed to more slippage because my cash doesn't settle within 3 seconds. As I said before, Swift could take 10 working days or 15 working days. How much price risk do you think I've got, which is going to increase my price slippage, when I've got 10 days using Swift for my cash flow, my FX cash flow to settle, and compared to xRapid or xCurrent, where my cash flow is settling within 3 seconds. This is comparing, as I said, a speedboat being Ripple with a horse and carriage, and this is incorrect. Incorrect. And I'm really, really cross. It's so incorrect, Galgitron, that I'm wild. And my name's Susie Carew, and I'm completely wild about this. So let's see what else this person says. And look, I'm going to say it. I know people say, look, be nice to everyone. But look, I'm a bit cranky today. I woke up tired, and I had a sore throat, the last couple of days. I've been sick. I've had cold sores. I've been working hard, and then I work really hard. I don't make hardly any money out of the YouTube thing. And yeah, I'm complaining. And I feel like I should today, because I've still got a sore throat. And, I work at my friend's gym for a couple of hours, and that's fine. I'll do some weights and I'll feel better. But what else does this guy say, or girl? Because I just feel, it just makes me wild. I mean, I don't even know who this person is. What are your qualifications, man? I look up in LinkedIn. Who are you? What are your qualifications? Have you worked in financial markets before? Have you worked with Swift ever? Have you ever worked on a foreign currency desk, for bonds, FX, like I have, money market, mortgage-backed securities, credit bonds, CLOs, CDOs. I mean, I've done it all. 30 odd years. This makes me wild. I'm wild, and I'm angry, and I'm annoyed. Okay, so what else we got here? What else is going to annoy me? Okay, Mexican bankers now decided that it made more sense to use xRapid or xCurrent, Swift. Lots of parameters to consider. I mean, it's just the whole tone of this article that annoys me too. xRapid's fees cost going to be high. Oh, come on. This person is an idiot. An idiot. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say this. I know, but I can't help it. There is just no way. There's just no way. This person doesn't know, doesn't understand the market at all. Full stop. Just full stop. That is so incorrect. This is so incorrect. Slippage would not make xRapid cost effective, and the banks will revert to either xCurrent if banks are using it. That is absolutely, totally wrong. How much did you get paid for this, Galgitron? Seriously, to put XRP down? That's what I want to know. Honestly, why are you putting out such erroneous information? Why? I want to know, seriously, because if this market was regulated and you've been paid for this article, you would have to basically declare that to everyone out there in YouTube land and to all the clients out there. Sorry guys, I told you I had a cold. Because this is erroneous and completely wrong. And people read this stuff and they think what you write is correct, and it's wrong. It's wrong. What can I say? I'll say it again. Slippage is what happens in all financial markets, okay? Slippage is when you have a fast moving market. And what I mean by a fast moving market is you have a catastrophic event like we saw in 2008 and 2009, where the equity market moved down so fast, so quickly, that it just went through before you open up in the morning, you turn on your computer. Last night, say the Dow was at 14,000. You open up your computer in the morning and all of a sudden the Dow opens up at 12,000. It didn't seem to trade between 14,000 or 12,000 because the equity market closes at the end of the day at 4:30 and it opens again at 9:30 or whatever it is in the morning in the US time zone, right? So all of a sudden it moved down 2,000 points. Now, that is what slippage is. That is what slippage is in prices, in capital markets and equity markets and foreign exchange and everything else. If you are a client, no matter who you are, and this is separate to the settlement system, separate to xRapid and separate to SWIFT, if you're a client and you're in those markets and you don't have a guaranteed stop loss that you paid for, not a stop loss, there's a big distinction here, you will not get filled on your stop loss at 13,000 when the market has gapped down from 14,000 to 12,000. You see what I'm saying? You will not get filled because you didn't have a guaranteed stop loss in place. That is what slippage is, where a market just goes down on, on huge volume, or the price just gaps down or gaps up. It just leaps, right? Because what happens when markets go down, everyone pulls their buy, okay? You got a buy in place. I'm a client, I want to buy something. But all of a sudden I go, oh my God, the US equity market's going down. I'm going to pull my buy order out of the system. And that's what every client does. So people are selling, and all of a sudden there was a buy there at, say, 80, and I was selling at 85, but then I see the buy has been pulled at 80. So then I see the next buy at 50. So I hit that bid with my sell at 50, and it's gone from 80 to 50, and that is what slippage is, which happens in financial markets, which has nothing to do with xRapid, right? This is erroneous. It's erroneous. The fact is, xRapid settles within 3 seconds. How much slippage can you have in 3 seconds? 24 hours a day, right? Think about it. xRapid, in terms of xRapid, the settlement system, they take on the price discrepancy for XRP, Ripple do, right? Now, in terms of the FX, you don't have a lot of price slippage in the FX market because it's a 24-hour market, unlike the equity market, which is not a 24-hour market. You see what I'm saying? Right. Now we've established that. There's more slippage in the equity market because it closes at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 4:30, and it doesn't open until the next morning of 9 o'clock. The foreign currency market is a 24-hour market. Now, the cost of xRapid would not go up by barely anything. The cost, and let's put this in perspective, as I said, even in a fast-moving market, 3 seconds, xRapid, Ripple take on that price risk of XRP. This is erroneous, right? Erroneous. This statement is wrong. Completely wrong. And it's erroneous. Now, if I was using SWIFT, again, I'll say this. xRapid, xCurrent deliver cash flow within 3 seconds, no matter where it is in the world, right? 3 seconds. Cash flow in my pocket, in my bank account, within 3 seconds, right? if I do it with Swift, which I do, all my banking, even for me, you know, I send you money that I owe you $100 for dinner the other night. You're not going to get that for 3 days or 4 days, right? Even a domestic. I'm in Australia, you bought me dinner the other night, thank you. But I'm loyal and honest, I don't want to, you know, I don't want you buying me dinner, so I'm going to send you your $100 that I owe you. You won't get that for 3 days. But if you were in America and you bought me dinner here and I feel bad about it, I want to send you money in America, $100. Goes through the Swift system. But you don't get that cash flow, you know, maybe for 10 days because Swift takes so long, right? You know, and then because it's not settling straight away, you know, there's going to be additional costs, and no one knows what those costs are going to be because we never know when the foreign currency is going to settle because of the delay on Swift, which they're trying to improve that, right? Because they have Ripple as their biggest competitor, and Swift and Ripple are not going to join forces. You know, there's been other people out there saying Swift and Ripple are going to join forces. That is ludicrous. I have to tell you that right now. Swift is a horse and carriage and Ripple is the speedboat. You know, Swift needs Ripple, not the other way around. Swift need Ripple. Okay? Swift need Ripple. This is like old IBM and something else. It's a speedboat these days, Ripple. You know, this is wrong. The banks will not revert to X-current because X-current, you know, again, you know, X-current doesn't use XRP. XRP, you know, what is this guy talking about or girl talking about here? XRP, the price risk of XRP is nothing. There is no slippage because Ripple pick up any slippage within 3 seconds. Are we talking about the foreign currency here, this person, or are we talking about the price risk of XRP? We're talking about two different things here. You know, he's mixing slippage, or she's mixing slippage with XRP that settles within 3 seconds, and Ripple takes on the price risk of XRP within 3 seconds. XR current doesn't use XRP, right? So you can't have it both ways here, man or girl. You do it. This is incorrect. Incorrect. You know, they're not going to go to X current. You know, XRP barely has any slippage. So this doesn't make sense, this whole statement. They won't fall back to Swift because it won't be cheaper and faster. You know, that's just stupid. That is absolute craziness. You know, do you know the costs of what it costs to use Swift? Do you know the costs? Where are the costs here? Give me the costs. You know, transferring $50 million through Swift to a Middle Eastern bank, transfer $50 million to a Middle Eastern bank in Aussie dollars through Swift, and give me the cost for xRapid for $50 million to a Middle Eastern bank using xRapid. Like Harrington said, Michael Harrington, it was 30 cents for $50 million. You know what Swift would cost you? Like, I'm telling you, at least 5% minimum and more, because it's going to take you more than 3 seconds for the cash to settle. It could take you 10 working days. This is wrong. This, in no case is the bank's going to pay enormous slippage to increase the price of XRP. This is totally wrong. What are you talking about? Are you talking financial markets where basically, you know, there's price risk in markets where they're not 24 hours? You know, the cryptocurrency market is a 24-hour market. And Ripple have said using xRapid, they take on the price risk within 3 seconds. This is incorrect. Incorrect. And I'm getting angrier by the minute. To say that Swift is going to be faster and cheaper is just ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. Why do you think so many organizations are already using xRapid already, and they've been piloting since 2015? Why do you think MoneyGram has been piloting for so long and using it. Why do you think CoilX is already using it? Again, there are organizations that are using xRapid already. You know, it's not still in pilot for these corporations that are using it already. Amex is testing xRapid now. You know, it's going live for everyone now. Don't you get it? It's like Coil. I'm using Coil, but it's not available to everyone yet, right? I'm using Coil on my website, but it's not available to everyone else yet, but I'm using it. This is wrong, and it's a lie, and it's wrong. You know, and I'm just wild. This is so wrong. And I just want to know what you're getting paid for this. Seriously. What else can I say? I can't go any further because I'm just so wild. I mean, this is just wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. It's wrong. Completely wrong. You know, honestly. I just want to scream. You know, goddamn monkey. I mean, seriously. You know, just why don't you try Bitcoin, you idiot? Go and try. I'm going to say it, you're an idiot. I have to. I can't help myself. Why do you think these banks, you know, that know everything about risk, credit risk, money market risk, foreign currency risk, banking, they're in the risk, banking is in the risk business. Banking is in the risk business, okay? I'll say that. They've had hundreds of years of managing money and risk. You know, they know what they're talking about. They know what they're talking about. You know, again, you mentioned Coil. It's not available to everyone yet because they haven't rolled it out to everyone, right? Only select people are allowed to use it, and it works fantastically. You know, again, Ripple has its own platform for all sorts of things. It just annoys the hell out of me why people like this Galgitron want to bag Ripple and XRP so much when it has the goods. Why don't you go out and bag EOS? You know, when three of the head people, the founders, have just left, but they pulled $4 billion out of the market, and yet EOS, the price, still trades above $5 a coin. Go and bag all the other cryptos out there where they don't work, their technology doesn't work, and yet the prices are still hovering at $18 and $5 and whatever. What is it about these people bagging Ripple, Xcurrent, and xRapid? You know, you've got that Tony guy out there, you've got this idiot out there. They don't have the background. They've never worked in financial markets. They've never worked in settlement systems. They don't know the system at all of xRapid. They don't understand it, and they just tell blatant lies. And honestly, this really, I've got to say, makes me so cross. I don't even think I can go on any more with this. No, I can't, because I think I'm just going to lose it. Honestly, why are you yelling? I'm yelling at you, seriously, because you're an idiot. I'm going to say it. And, you know, I've turned off my comments to my videos because, yes, I say to people, be nice and everything, and yes, I am. I live my life like that, honestly. But I'm not nice sometimes when people just tell absolute lies. You know, I'm so honest, and I just, you know, this guy doesn't know anything, or girl doesn't know anything. Not in the banking world, I can tell you right now, not in the settlement world. I can't read any more of this. I just can't. I just can't do it. Okay, guys, I hope you're all well. Really sorry about this rant, but I'm too angry and too annoyed, and I can't read any more of it. It's just wrong. It's completely wrong. And honestly, I'd be asking this person, what's your background? Because seriously, and how much you get paid for writing the article when it's just so incorrect. You know, it's just lies. And just the whole tone of the article is so biased and so erroneous. And it just bothers me because it's just telling people the incorrect information. Sorry, guys. Please be well. Look after yourselves. Look after your family and friends, your putty cats. And please try and make this world a better place. And please be honest, because this person is certainly not honest. Thank you, Susie.